In today's world, no matter where you look, you are bound to see someone that's more successful than you are. And if you have high expectations of yourself, then you will feel a lot of pressure to achieve your goals. And because of that, failing to reach your goals has never been more painful. But what if I told you that not reaching your goals is actually a good thing? In today's video, I want to talk about that. I'm going to give you a few reasons why you should stop putting so much pressure on reaching your goals. And the first reason has to do with dopamine. I drew that, that's kind of cool, right? I heard a fantastic definition of dopamine from Andrew Huberman. He said, dopamine is not about the pursuit of happiness. It is about the happiness of pursuit. You see, humans, we get a hit of dopamine in anticipation of a reward, not for the actual reward itself. I know that may not make much sense, but you can see it absolutely everywhere. For example, if you go on vacation, the most exciting part is often the anticipation of the vacation, not the actual vacation itself. It's the time spent daydreaming at work about what the food's gonna be like, the restless sleeps, wondering what activities you're gonna do, or telling your friends about all the things that you planned out. This is where most of the dopamine is released, not when you actually do the things you're talking about. The same thing applies to fame as well. Will Smith in his book wrote that getting famous, that's fun. But being famous, well, it's a mixed bag of emotions. And you think it'd be the exact opposite, that you would enjoy the reward, the fame, the vacation, whatever it is. You'd enjoy that more than the anticipation of it. But that's just not how our brain works. I don't know what to tell you. In the book Shoe Dog, Phil Knight talks about founding Nike. And for those of you who haven't read this book, it's basically 300 pages of Phil Knight getting kicked directly in the dick. He faces legal battles, faces financial struggles, bad partnerships, you name it. And at the end of the book, after all of that struggle, Nike goes public. Phil Knight is now worth billions of dollars. But at the end of the book, he says, and I quote, "God, how I wish I could relive the whole thing." And that's the first reason that it's actually better to not reach your goals, because the journey to reaching your goals is actually more enjoyable than reaching the goal itself. It's just how dopamine works. And the good news is that you are on that journey right now as you watch this video. And so just remember, when you eventually reach the level of success that you want to reach, just know that you are going to look back at this moment right now on your path to that goal, and realize that this was the most fun part of it all. But now that we know how dopamine works, let's move on to what happens when you actually achieve your goals. If you're anything like me, you probably view your goals as some sort of final destination. It's a place where you can finally be happy and chill out and enjoy the rewards of all of your work. But if you think this, you're a stupid, dumb idiot. I know that sounds harsh, but let me give you an example of when I was also a stupid, dumb idiot in the past. So I've been making YouTube videos for about a year and a half. And since day one, hitting 1,000 subscribers has been a huge goal of mine. And between you and I am so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, so please subscribe if you wouldn't mind. But what do you think's gonna happen when I actually hit 1,000 subscribers? Do you think I'm gonna be completely content and I'm never gonna desire anything ever again? Fuck no, of course not. As soon as I hit that next milestone, all I'm gonna be thinking about is the goal right after it. And when I hit that one, there's gonna be another goal waiting for me. This cycle literally never ends. Now you may be wondering how I know this. And the answer is because it's happened to me before. And if you're watching this video, I can almost promise it's happened to you as well. You see, when I graduated university, I didn't have a full-time job. I was actually working part-time at the University of Toronto, and I used to say to myself, if I could just get a full-time job with a consistent salary, then I'd be happy. Oh my God, that is the mushiest apple of all time. Oh God. And a few months later, I got that full-time job. But it didn't pay that well. So if I could just make like, I don't know, $10,000 more, then I'd be happy. Well, about a year later, I got a new job and it paid $20,000 more. Let's go, right? But it's at a startup and the product's really hard to sell. So if I could just have a company with better product market fit, well, then I'd be happy. And about a year later, I got that job. I worked at a company that had better product market fit. It was so easy to sell. But guess what? I was miserable. I wanted to make more money. I wished that I could just do something every single day that I truly loved. You may think that when you reach your goals, all of your problems are going to disappear. And you're right, they are. But they're just going to be filled with new problems. And when you solve those ones, there's going to be even newer problems that are going to replace those. Your problems never go away. There is always, always more to chase in life. And that's the second reason why reaching your goals is actually a bad thing. The goalposts, they keep moving, meaning that anytime you reach your goal, there's just going to be a newer and shinier goal that you're going to want to chase next. And this is a good thing. This is why humans achieve such incredible things. But if you're chasing your next goal, hoping to find happiness, well, you're fucked. Now, let's get into the third reason, which you might think is a bit crazy. You see, I actually think that it's a privilege to be unsuccessful. Let me explain. When I post a YouTube video and then go to bed, I often have a thought that I'm gonna wake up to millions of views and hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And at a surface level, that is amazing. It's every creator's dream, right? But when I actually start to run that situation through my head, I slowly realize that I wouldn't even want that to happen. I know that might sound crazy, but let me explain. So I have this old journal entry that I actually wanted to share with you guys. Dude, can we cut it out with the humping? Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this journal entry is from November 22nd, 2022. And it says, I guess I'm stressed because everyone yesterday loved the video and I'm worried about letting people down. Do you know how many subscribers I had when I wrote this journal entry? I had 77 subscribers. 77 subscribers. I gained 11 subscribers overnight because of that video, and I pretty much shit my pants. I vividly remember what I felt like when I journaled this entry. I was terrified. I felt pressured to create a certain way. I didn't want to let people down. And yet, I was still wishing for incredible levels of success. I think I went on in this journal entry to talk about making an honest living on YouTube. The guy who was scared and terrified from 77 subscribers all of a sudden, presumably, wants hundreds of thousands of subscribers and the pressure of tens of thousands of dollars riding on his videos. But 77 subscriber Devin and 989 subscriber Devin, we don't deserve that level of success because we haven't provided enough value to our audience to get there. But that's okay, because when you're on the way up, when you haven't reached the level of success that you want to yet, the stakes are so low. You can experiment, you can fuck up, you can learn in relative privacy. No one's gonna even know what happened. But when you're successful, that's not the case. And that's why I think that being unsuccessful or not at your goal yet is actually, weirdly enough, a privilege. Oftentimes when you or I say that we want success, what we really mean is that we want all of the good things about success without any of the other bad things that come with it. But that's not how it actually works. We often wish for success that we aren't ready for yet. And the issue with that is that there is so much personal growth that happens on the way to achieving your goals that we're simply just wishing away in exchange for the things that we want in life. All of this to say that if you aren't where you want to be in life, if you haven't reached your goals, that's okay. In fact, you should actually be grateful that you haven't, and you should just enjoy the ride. As Kevin Kelly would say in his book, Excellent Advice for Living, right now, no matter your age, these are your golden years. The good stuff will yield golden memories, and the bad stuff will yield golden lessons. That's all from me. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy New Year. I'll see you guys soon.